Now then, YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to this episode of Lou and Lank on the Mandalorian. We are covering episode 7. Episode 7, chapter 23. It was a big, full-length episode, 50 minutes, so there is plenty to talk about. So we shall just jump straight in. We are once again joined by my fellow co-host of this series, Lubicon. Say hello, Lubicon.
I hope you can hear me this time. We've had many issues.
Yeah, it's been like any other stream. So I mean,
it's been worse than that stream. Really
yeah. So like I said, we are just gonna jump straight into it. Oh, but actually, quickly before we start, Lou's link is down in the description if you want to watch his point of view. But it's gonna be exactly the same video. But if you want to go watch,
and vice versa.
Yeah.
On my channel, we upload on the same channel. I don't know on 2 channels. I don't know why we do that, but we do that.
Yeah. Fuck it. So yes, basically, the episode 7 starts and Biscuit Bitch is back.
Back on Coruscant.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of Coruscant.
I'm liking it though. It's got to me, it reminds me very much of like
the prequels.
Blade Runner, I was gonna say.
Oh, okay.
Blade Runner mix was like a Tokyo almost vibe, you know, with the neon signs and all the downtown Coruscant.
Yes. So Biscuit Bitch, basically, it was raining, and when she was going down some dark alley, she was obviously doing a dodgy meetup, which huge spoilers. You have been warned. I'm going to give you an extra 5 seconds there to spoilers.
Yeah, like that dickhead on my shorts. You fucking spoiled it. It says fucking ending in the title, you dickhead.
So you've been warned. Spoilers. Yes. She ends up.
Meets with a probe droid.
Yeah, probe droid comes out of nowhere, and we get to see the first signs of Moff Gideon since season 2. It were only in a hologram projection, but I mean,
pretty snazzy though. It's nice to see him. Did you see that plot twist coming that she wasn't actually like good and she was part of she wasn't rehabilitated? I never saw that.
No. She, what is it? Was fucking Family Guy Shifty Eyes, or is it Simpsons Shifty Eyes? Where it's just like,
yeah. It was a long time coming.
But yeah, I'm a bit underwhelmed, to be honest. It's gonna be interesting to see where we go in the final episode, because I thought Moff Gideon was gonna be like the last scene of the season. He was gonna come back, but I mean, the rest of the episode sort of made up for it, but didn't at the same time. But yeah, basically she went down a dark alleyway, probe droid comes along, and she has a meeting over a hologram with Moff Gideon. And that's the first time we see him. And then it pretty much goes...
Did you find it interesting that he talked about the pirates?
I can't really remember what he said, to be honest.
He basically said about how he was behind the attack on Navarro with the pirates, and was it 2 episodes ago now, or was it last episode? No, it was 2 episodes ago. Yeah, he basically said he's been behind it, and he's been working in the shadows.
Well, no fucking shit. I mean, we could have all said this from like episode 2 onwards, maybe.
Yeah, it's been a waste of a season, really. But
yeah, but then it pans, or it cuts to Moff Gideon in his lair, palace, whatever you want to call it, and there's a bit of a... I don't know whether it was supposed to be, but I got a Phantom Menace vibe, Easter egg with the laser curtains, like during the Darth Maul battle.
Fight.
Yep.
On Naboo.
He was walking through there to basically a meeting with a load of other
it was the Shadow Council.
Yeah, Shadow Council. And they were all holograms, and they had a big meeting and basically chatted the shit about bringing the Empire back and blah de blah.
Do you not think the Easter eggs were fun though?
Yeah, there were a few. While Moff Gideon was walking through his lair, palace, whatever, he walked through the laser curtains, and there was droids droids. No, not droids. There was clones either side, or stormtroopers either side. And then he went through another door, and then we got BAFTA tanks that were really murky. And I'm assuming.
I think it's part of the cloning thing.
Yeah. I think it were a whole cloning thing. So it's going to be interesting to see if we see out of that this season, or if
definitely be less.
Yeah. If not,
the only thing I can think that they could tie it into possibly is the guards at the end, the Praetorian guards.
Wow, spoilers. Fuck me.
We'll come back.
I was sort of saving that for a big thing.
because because in the meeting he does say that he needs TIE bombers, TIE interceptors, and Praetorian guards. But I found the people actually at the meeting, the Shadow Council of the Empire, were quite interesting.
I don't know. I think they were all one guy.
You had General Hux' dad, who is the First Order. You had Captain Pelion. Shout out to the book, Thrawn Empire, if you've read it. But obviously he made his debut in Rebels, but he's here, and they talk a lot about Thrawn, which just kind of... I think it's just setting up for the Ahsoka series with Thrawn. Like, it's just all, like, roads seem to be coming together.
Pretty much. There were a lot of talk of all we hear is about Thrawn, but we never see him. And so, what Lou says is pretty much all roads leading to Ahsoka at this point. Oh, shit, I almost knocked my notes off.
You also mentioned... what's it called? Project Necromancer. I thought that was quite interesting. Obviously, it was Palpatine and stuff.
I don't know. The whole clone thing's got me. I want to see what that's going to lead to. I don't want to see what it's going to lead to, but at the same time, it said
it's going to be snow.
I thought that at first, but then later on in episodes, which we'll get to, he says something, and I'm like, that's a bit like, is that what he's going to do? So, I mean, we'll get round to that when we do. But, the whole clone thing was the biggest take for me, as well as the Thrawn references. But then, after the council meeting, we pretty much cut to Navarro, where they are all rebuilding the town that got destroyed by the pirates. And I think we cut to Navarro, and then I think it cuts to...
It's the fleet who comes over.
Yeah, that's it. We cut to Apollo Creed, and he's in his throne room, and then you see the light ship come over, the light starship come over. And then that's pretty much the fleet of mercenary Mandalorians that Din Djarin and Bo-Katan went to get in the last episode.
The Night Owls.
Yeah, and his little droid thinks he's been invaded again, but it's not. It's just the mercenary Mandalorians.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got I've got intense Mando standoff. And I think that
was intense. It was just, do you want to have a meal? And
basically, all the Mandalorians that were part of Covenant were there, and then the fleet landed, and they all like squared off against each other and just all looked at each other very Mandalorian-ish. And then the armorer come out and banged her metal rods together. And then says, "Let's eat."
That's a euphemism.
Yeah.
Let's eat, because
I mean,
they can't eat. Do you not think that's a bit stupid?
They
can't eat in front of them.
Well, that were it. The mercenary Mandalorians got off the off their ships, and then all of them took the helmets off, and then all the other Mandalorians that were part of the Covenant were just stood there like,
children of the
yeah. This is the way. And then, what do we got? We've got Apollo comes to welcome back Din Djarin, gives him some, I don't know, alcohol, whiskey, something from Coruscant, basically. So that's going to end well, because Biscuit Bitch has probably had that somewhere. And then he gets, or should I say, Apollo gives Din Djarin somewhat of a present that turns into annoyance very quickly. Basically,
I like the present.
No, it was sort of annoying for me. IG-11's back, but he's not IG-11 in no way, shape, or form. It's basically
it's IG-12 now.
Yeah, IG-12. It's pretty much controlled by a operator, which
the Anzelians.
Yeah, which then ends up being Grogu controlling it. So Grogu is controlling IG-12, and it's sort of annoying because like it makes Grogu seem really annoying, and like they're just shoving him off to the side now, and it's just like
you can talk now though. Kinda.
Sort of. He's got buttons he could press, and it's just like yes, no, yes, 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 yes.
In my notes, I did put at least no more CGI. No more CGI.
No more Grogu CGI jumping. But it feels like Grogu has just become part, like, just a backstory.
He's a part character, isn't he? I mean, if you really want to go into the conspiracy theories, you've got obviously that basically Grogu wasn't meant to be in the season and that it was supposed to go off with Luke. And Disney wanted to sell toys, so they were like, yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah. I think he should have gone on off with Luke. I don't think he should have come back yet. Anyway, to be honest, but that's going off on a tangent. And then we cut to the Mandalorian feast or the party, and basically everyone's sat around just like ignoring each other, and it's as I quote, Mando party awkward. That's. And then Bo-Katan, or they start to. I think it is Bo-Katan that suggests it, isn't it? Like going back to my.
She was like, we're gonna reclaim Mandalore. We're gonna get like a scouting party to like create a perimeter, and then we're gonna bring like the rest of them.
Yeah.
So they head to Mandalore.
Yeah, she asks for volunteers, and then no one volunteers, and then Din Djarin volunteers, and then
as always,
everyone,
all the main characters are like, and then all the background characters are like,
Basically, everyone goes, "I will go," and then someone else goes, "I will go," and then someone else goes, "I will go," but only after Din Djarin's gone, "I will go," which is, excuse me, very, very annoying.
I am Leonidas.
Mando got so then we cut a bit further along, and the scouting party of the Mandalorians do end up going back to Mandalore, and they take I don't know if they take all of the fleet, they take the majority of the fleet to orbit of Mandalore, and then Bo-Katan takes a scouting party down through the I don't know, storms, fucking clouds or whatever, atmosphere of Mandalore, and pretty much scout the surface of Mandalore to see if it's inhabitable or if
find the forge.
That would be Great Forge, yeah. So we're trying to find the Great Forge. So then
the pirate ship.
Yeah, they all land on the surface, and they get given the go ahead, or we get given the all clear. So they all come out onto the surface, and then there's a pirate ship, or like a sail ship, come out of the distance, and then someone shouts something. I can't remember what it is, and then someone asks if that is Bo-Katan, Lady Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan Kreese.
Yeah. And then I was like, this is a bit weird. And then it turns out that these are survivors. Survivors?
Yeah, Mandalorian survivors.
Mandalorian survivors, that's it. My brain's fine.
Is it the Night of 1,000 Tears?
Yes, the Night of 1,000 Tears gets mentioned once again because we haven't heard about that enough already. But yeah, so basically Mandalorian survivors have managed to survive on Mandalore. That's a mouthful.
I don't know where they were in the last time Din Djarin went to Mandalore. But...
yeah, because they pretty much showed up as soon as the ship landed. But yes, and they basically say they want to find the Great Forge to see what it's like, and the survivors say we know exactly where it is. So they all hop on to this like sail ship, and then like full send it straight to the Great Forge.
Mm-hmm. And then they have the heart to heart, don't they? And they're like,
Mm-hmm.
we knew you'd never surrender. And then she was like, about that. Bit awkward.
Yeah.
Turns out I did surrender, and they're all a bit gutted. And then Din Djarin's just like, is it that part where Din Djarin... No, it's not that part yet, is it? Where he pledges his allegiance. It's a bit further on, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then they're arguing, and then the armor is like, we were on the moon of Concordia.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, so you Death Watch? And she's like, nah, they died out ages ago. Like, you can trust me 100%. We'll get into that later. I think the armor is sus as fuck, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't trust her.
Why?
I do not trust her. I think she's a spy. I mean, the title of the episode is literally The Spies. Like, I don't know. I just feel like... And she also, like, she's got the Darth Maul fucking horns. It's just a bit...
Interesting.
We'll get to that again when we speculate about what's going to happen.
Yeah. So they're on the ship, and then Kit Fister and what's his name?
Kit Fister, Paz Vizsla.
Who am I thinking of then?
Kit Fister's the Jedi who dies to see.
Yeah. Paz Vizsla. Him and what's the other guy? Summit Wolf, is it?
Axe Wolf.
Axe Wolf. Yeah, they start like getting arsey with each other, and then they have a bit of a scrap.
Of, Monopoly.
Yeah, like Monopoly or chess or something like that. Wasn't it?
I had in my notes Paz Vizsla cheating. He was the banker in Monopoly. He basically just made up his own rules as he went. And, they had a little kerfuffle. Yeah,
they had a kerfuffle, and basically, I think Din Djarin says, Din Djarin said, do you want me to step in? And Bo-Katan says, yeah, we can't step in. And then, for some reason, Grogu steps in. And that's all right, and everyone just, like, gets on with day, which I...
To be fair, he does spam no about 50 times.
Yeah, no. I'm just like, fuck's sake. So then that calms down, and then someone spots something in distance, and I quote from my notes, "Holy shit, it's Godzilla."
Originally I thought it was the Mythosaur, but it wasn't.
That's what I thought.
It's just another dragon that's like...
Yeah, it's just another big-ass dragon that basically comes out of the ground and destroys the sail ship they're on. So it basically forces the Mandalorians to go underground sooner than they wanted.
Yeah, I put Barney the dinosaur destroys pirate ship.
Barney the Godzilla destroys pirate ship. And then, like, up to this point, I thought it was quite interesting. And then this next, like, little chapter of this episode,
it goes
it fucking blows my mind. So they're walking through
they go down, and they go through that cave that just happens to be where the forge is, and they get to the forge, and it's destroyed, and he's like, is that it? And then you hear jetpacks, and you're like, oh. And then I'll let you describe it, Lank.
Yeah, so you hear jetpacks and you think, oh, there's more Mandalorians are coming. It turns out they're not Mandalorians. They are stormtroopers.
And they can fly now.
Yeah, and they can fly. He can fly.
Wait, they can fly now? Hashtag sequels.
Oh, God, yeah. So basically, the Mandalorians get ambushed on the ledge of the Great Forge by a battalion of stormtroopers.
And they're wearing Beskar. They've got white Beskar armor.
Yep. So there's a big fucking firefight. They start killing a load of the stormtroopers. The stormtroopers fall back, and then the Mandalorians start to chase the stormtroopers. And then the further they chase them, it starts turning into like an empire base with like
an imperial base.
Yeah. And then, like, you see the corridors or the tunnels with the like empire aesthetic, and then we get to the end of a corridor, and basically, it's Moff Gideon's secret lair on Mandalore.
You got like the TIE fighters.
Yeah, he's got your TIE fighters, and then there's fucking battalions of stormtroopers below the TIE fighters. I can't talk today.
You never can.
No.
And then the blast doors shut.
Yeah.
You know, there's always blast doors in Star Wars.
There's always a bigger fish.
Yeah, and then 3 Mandalorians get like absolutely dicked down, and then Din Djarin just carries on fighting because he gets trapped out there for some reason.
Yeah. Din Djarin gets trapped out of the blast doors. He gets separated from every other Mandalorian.
Every other main character.
Yeah. And then pretty much he gets
like tied down, doesn't he?
Yeah. Incapacitated? It's a word? I don't know. It gets tied. Yeah. It gets tied down basically, and then while he's incapacitated, we see what looks like shadow troop, not shadow troopers. Dark troopers lands right in front of him, and hey, it's Moff Gideon.
He's got the Darth Maul horns.
Yeah. And basically, he has been building more shadow troopers.
And then he goes on some like genetic rant, doesn't he? Where he's like, the best things from like the Jedi and the Mandalorians, and I'm gonna make like the perfect soldier.
Yeah, this is the point I was getting at earlier. He has made like a shadow trooper armor for himself. So I was thinking, dark trooper. So I was thinking, are those cloning tanks clones of him, and he's just going to have an army of clones of him in the dark trooper
I don't know,
armor?
He wanted force sensitives because he said Jedi force sensitive. And then Mandalorians obviously have the Beskar armor, and then he was like, he mentioned someone else, but I can't remember who. But he's like, I want to create the super soldiers.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to the stupidest scene in the thing, and they just start shooting the blast door.
Yeah, they start shooting the blast door. Oh no, it's Moff Gideon says something, but give me the dark saber back. It's mine rightfully, and then I will let you all go. You can trust me. Which, if you've watched the previous episodes, you know how well that turned out. I mean, Bo-Katan had a big fucking emotional speech about how she got betrayed by it.
She also did the
But then, the Mandalorians who are trapped inside the blast doors start shooting the blast door. Bo-Katan runs through them all and goes full Qui-Gon on the.
It was at the back, wasn't it?
That's what I mean. Runs through them all to the other door and goes full Qui-Gon and basically just fucking chops a big hole in it.
Yeah.
What
was that? Pretty sick, I thought.
Yeah. I quite liked it. I don't know whether intentional harks back to the.
It was this entire episode was just throwbacks to previous stuff.
Moff Gideon's fleet hidden on Mandalore, and then
the blast door. He's like, open the blast doors.
Yeah.
So they open the blast doors, and Paz Vizsla's like, I'll cover you. So they all run through the little hole that's about. No, it's like 4 foot tall.
He was never.
I was gonna say he was never gonna.
He was never gonna fit through that in a million years.
It's like and then he does like a final stand, doesn't he?
Yeah. Bo-Katan's like, I've got you. Everyone's through. I'll cover you, and he goes, no.
This is the way.
Yeah, this is the way, basically, and sort of sacrifices himself, and he like shuts the main blast door, so she runs off. His gun overheats after it's taken a load of them out, and then basically he just starts fucking smashing the shit out of them. And then, this was probably the part that like dropped my jaw the most. He pretty much finishes off all stormtroopers and like stands there like celebratory. So I thought Moff Gideon were going to come at this point and kill him, but it's not. It's like the Emperor's guards.
It wasn't the Emperor's, it was Praetorian guards.
Well,
it's the sequels.
It's the same thing. It's the same.
The sequel guards.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. The people who wear red and protect the fucking most powerful person.
I think they're wearing Beskar armor anyway, though.
Yeah, but basically, there were 3 of them, I believe.
Yeah,
and yeah, they just toyed with him pretty much and just started like stabbing him in between his armor. It was a bit harsh and a bit of a bad way to go down.
Coming, though,
no, I did not.
He was one of the main characters, and they started to like develop him. So I thought he was going to be like real cool. With obviously he was a kid and stuff, and then
I thought Moff Gideon were going to come and kill him. I thought at that point he's definitely going to die. I didn't see like the Emperor's guards killing him. They are Emperor's guards. I'm not having this discussion with. And
I love a way to go out though. If you're gonna die, like that's the way you want to do it.
Yeah, and it were fucking pretty sick ending to the episode. It pretty much collapses. It's face down, and then it just cuts. I didn't see it ending there. Like at that point, when I saw the Emperor's guards, I was just like,
"What's gonna happen?
Shit! I want more. I need more now." So yeah, that is the pretty much a roundup of all things that are wholly from the episode 7.
Yeah, it was a good episode. Best episode by far.
Best episode by far. But again, it shows because of the length of the episode. I think if most of the episodes were 40, 45, 50 minutes long, they'd be miles better because you'd be able to flesh everything out more. But for some reason, Disney just wants to fucking chop and change like 10 minutes an episode, 20 minutes an episode, and it just sort of pisses me off. But hey ho, Disney things, we've come accustomed to them since the episodes that we shall not speak.
The dark times.
Yeah, for dark times. After the dark times, or before the dark times, sorry. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the last episode. It could be interesting, let alone to see how long the last episode is, because
got to be an hour.
It's got to be a minimum of 45 minutes. This episode 7 was a 50-minute episode. The last episode has to be a minimum of 45.
My only issue is I think they might leave it in the sense that they might it might end on a cliffhanger for season 4.
It's gonna end on a cliffhanger, but is it gonna be a cliffhanger for Ahsoka? Is it going to be a cliffhanger for...
They're doing a season 4.
Yeah, season 4. Is it going to be a fucking cliffhanger for fucking Boba Fett or something? I don't know. We don't know at this point because Boba Fett... An episode of fucking Boba Fett ended up being Mandalorian. So you never know what's going to happen.
It was 2 free episodes.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see where we go. Obviously, we're going to get more Moff Gideon.
My opinion is I think Din Djarin might die.
No,
I think they might kill him off.
No,
I think they might, you know.
No.
I think...
No.
No, because if you noticed earlier in the episode, Grogu was sat on Bo-Katan's lap, not Din Djarin. And it's very much... She's become the main focus of the show, which a lot of people have an issue with, but I actually don't mind it.
Yeah, I suppose it's not Din Djarin, is it? It is the Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
Yeah. So, yeah. I think... What you said earlier about the armourer, that's...
Because if you notice, she's always disappearing.
Yeah.
And she's got the horns, and obviously... And do you want to hear one conspiracy theory that I just want it to be true?
Go on.
The armourer is Captain Phasma.
Oh.
Because she's not the Beskar armour, and she doesn't talk much.
She's not tall enough.
I don't think you're not tall enough to be a stormtrooper.
No, but Captain Phasma's quite big, isn't she?
I don't know. That's
quite an interesting one. I don't think it is. She's not tall enough, unless we're just disregard.
The armor could have also made the Beskar armor, because somebody's got to be making it. Because I can't imagine the Imperials have got the knowledge to make. I don't know. I don't really know. There's so many ways it could go. Yeah. Do you want to say one thing? He says he's the rightful owner of the Darksaber, but if you've watched Clone Wars and Rebels, you'll actually know that Rey's the rightful owner.
Rey Skywalker.
Rey Skywalker. Because Maul gets it, and then Maul loses to Palpatine in the Clone Wars, spoilers. And then Palpatine, you think it would be Vader, because Vader kills Palpatine, but he doesn't, because he's back. You know, Palpatine's back.
Yeah.
And then Rey kills Palpatine because she is all the Jedi. Therefore, Rey Skywalker is the true owner of the Darksaber.
Yeah, but Rey Skywalker doesn't exist because we don't talk about that. we don't talk about the dark times.
It's like a fever dream.
Yeah. I'm just gonna wake up in a hot sweat one day and realise that it never happened.
I had this awful dream, like Luke Skywalker was useless. And,
Luke Skywalker got his lightsaber back and then just threw it over his shoulder because Rian Johnson is fucking annoying. Oh, I'm not going to go down this road. I am very triggered every time I mention Rian Johnson. So, have we got anything else to add, Lubicon?
I just think it's interesting to see where it goes. I wonder if we'll see any more of the Doctor, because obviously they took him out, and the Biscuit Lady.
Yeah, the bitch Biscuit Lady. It's going to be interesting to see where...
If throw Thrawn in there as like a curveball,
yeah.
or like Boba Fett comes back, it'd be...
Yeah, there's so many ways it could go, but I think...
Oh, that was one thing. When they tied Din Djarin up, they took him off to be interrogated, so he's currently being captured by the Imperials.
Yeah, that is true. There's a lot of ways it could go. I'm down for like some pretty wacky shit. I mean, Disney just does Disney anyway, so I'm down for some like out of left field. Oh my God, Qui-Gon's back alive, or Mace Windu comes and saves them. Some shit like that. I'm down for something along those lines. But
the character I know who's not gonna die is Grogu.
I mean, obviously, because he can't make toys of a dead thing.
They could kill Bo-Katan off. They could kill Din Djarin. They could kill any of them off, but they ain't gonna kill Grogu off.
No.
He is the golden goose.
Yeah, he's the golden goose. So, that is a wrap-up of the penultimate episode of Season 3, Episode 7, Chapter 23. I hope you have all enjoyed it. We are going to do our best to get Episode 8, Chapter 24, the finale, out on Wednesday or on Thursday next week, rather than it being a Friday upload. Obviously because it's a finale, but that remains to be seen. Have a minute, we'll do our best, but we can't promise. It'll definitely be up by Friday next week, but we're hoping at least a Thursday, if not maybe, if we're lucky, a Wednesday upload. So yes, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you've got any comments or theories about what could potentially happen in the finale, please do leave them down below in the comments. Lou's link is down in the description if you want to go check his channel out. Over to you, Lubicon. You can see us out, my friend.
Just thank you for the support on the shorts. Lank hitting, is it 400 odd subscribers you're on now?
Yeah, man, 416.
Yeah. I'm on 150. It's been good, and we hope to see you for the finale. Hopefully it's a good one. I mean, if they could turn it around in the last 2 episodes, it would be it'd just be, I don't know. But yeah, we will see you next week, hopefully, like Lank said earlier.
Yep. Okay, right. Enjoy yourselves, guys, and we shall see you in a bit. Peace.